What if I told you that you could scrape or crawl the entire web at scale using a few lines of code? Meet Crawl AI, an open source AI platform that is making the data on the web accessible like never before. Gone are the days of the slow and brittle scrapers that are built using old technologies like Selenium, Scrappy, or Beautifulsoup. Firecrawl is an open source library that combines the traditional web crawling with the power of AI. So instead of just grabbing the raw HTML, it can extract the structured data, summarize the content, and even interpret complex web layouts all automatically. Not just that, Firecrawl provides you easy integration in Python and Node.js, you writing few lines of code. It provides you off-the-shelf integration with some of the other platforms like N8N, Make, Zapier, and many more. So whether you're building search engines, monitoring your competitors, or fueling your next AI project, Firecrawl puts the entire web at your fingertips. Before we proceed with the demo, make sure that you watch the video till the end and do not skip the steps, because it can get difficult to get back on track if you get a new problem. I have intentionally included and recorded the problems that I faced during coding so that you are aware of the issues and how to resolve them. So without further ado, let's jump into today's video. Once you visit the website firecrawl.dev, you will be asked to sign up. Once you sign up and activate your account, you will get a screen to fill up a short survey. I'll just quickly fill this up and then we'll proceed. Now we get the screen where we see the API key here. You can copy it and keep it ready for the coding purpose needed in the next part of the assignment. Now let's take a look at the Firecrawl UI. So you have a playground section and where you can have multiple team members. There are four basic functionalities. One is single URL, which scrapes a specified URL without crawling the subpages. And then second is about the crawl, where it is accessible to all the subpages and outputting the content. The third is a map functionality which attempts the outputs for all the website URLs. Then the fourth is to search the web to get the full content. So those are the four functionalities that you can try out in Playground. With URL, you can provide your respective parameters. There is a search where you can specify searches like top restaurants in a particular city. And these are some parameters that you can configure while you perform the search. These are the parameters when you can play around with the single query, single URL where you can pass a PDF also. So that's a good feature. And the output formats can be Markdown, JSON, HTML, etc. Now this is a usage section where you can check your billing details, information about your tokens. There's an activity log which perhaps might be showing the information about your hits. This is the extract feature. We will be using this further in our assignment where you can scrape the web result based on purely the prompts. So you don't need to write down the Selenium code or Beautifulsoup code to extract the HTMLs. You can directly do it in a no code way using a prompt. So it has integrations with Zapier and other tools here. So here you can provide a particular prompt and you can extract feature of the playground and you can provide your prompt here. Okay, so like I want to extract the company name, mission, whether it's an open source or not. If you wish, you can enter the details manually as well, where you specify the URLs of the website, the prompt and other parameters like the schema values and information like that. So you can add a parameter here like field name, the corresponding parameter type. Now here we can take a look at the integrations that are available for Firecrawl. So you have LangChain, Zapier, Llama Index, Make, N8N, Pipedream, Langflow and other tools available for us. Ragas. some example projects where this is getting used. So it has given you a nice example list which you can refer for your coding purposes. So we'll get started by creating a projects folder. So in the projects, we'll create a folder called demo Firecrawl. So these are the usual steps that we do in every assignment. Now we cd into the newly created folder and we do UV in it. So this creates the folder structure and the virtual environment for us. Now we will add the dependencies. So UV add Firecrawl and request library. Now we will also add one more library here called as Firecrawl Py. So UV add Firecrawl -py. So this is the reference folder which I have created on GitHub. You can use this to refer all the commands. So I'll copy the command to activate the virtual environment. So I've opened the VS Code, activated the virtual environment here. Okay. Now you can take a look at the project toml file. It has all the dependencies there. So let's begin by creating an env file and enter our Firecrawl API key. So you enter your API key from the earlier section and paste it here. Let's add another library called .env because we have to read the value from the env file. So if you look at the project toml file, it has the dependencies added. So this is the website that we are going to scrape today, books.toscrape.com, where we will extract the names of the books and the prices for them. So this is the title of the book, the price, availability. So we will be extracting only the title and the price. So let's check whether it has robots.txt file. So it doesn't have this particular file. So robots.txt allows you to check which parts of the website are available for scraping or crawling by the search engines. So looks like this website is not having robots.txt. So first we'll replace the main.py code with the new code. So I've added this new code here where we have all the imports like Firecrawl app here and the .env file to load the environment variables. Then we initialize the app, Firecrawl app, with the API key, and then we have this main function here. Now let's take a look at the function that we have written here. So we provide the URL. The URL that we are going to scrape is books.toscrape.com. So we are interested in taking the markdown and HTML. And we are interested in the title, price, and the description fields. And then we want to exclude any script or style elements, and then we print the information about the product information in the markdown format. So we tried that, but we got an issue. We forgot to add the os.getEnv, and then we will import the OS library. So import OS. We'll try this again. Okay, so looks like we are getting an error here where there is some problem with the Firecrawl APIs here. Okay, so what is saying unrecognized body key in the body. Let's also take a look at the Firecrawl platform if we have any request in our activity logs. So let's hit the activity logs. I do not see any result here. So it looks like the integration with Firewall is not happening correctly. So I investigated and found out the issue in this particular part of the code. So here is the new code that we have to take into account. So here if you compare it with the old, there is no field called as params in the new format. So we'll make the changes to the code. And initially we'll just try to get the markdown information here. Let's see how it works. So formatting the code a little bit here. And let's try it again. So beginning the scraping. Okay, so we get the issue here, scrape response object is not subscriptable. Okay, let's take a look at our activity logs, but this time we get an request here. So looks like the integration is working fine, but there is some problem in the way in which we render this output here. So let's try and investigate why is that happening. It's giving you an issue at line number 24 and 27. Yeah, so this is the issue here. So now in the new format, it does not expect a square bracket. It expects a dot syntax. So I've tried to read the first 500 characters here. So let's give it a try again. Yeah, this time it works correctly. So it has printed the first 500 characters from the website. So you can see their product information is home, all products, then there are results from 1 to 20, and there's some warning, and then there is a book line there, a light in the attic. Let's take a look at the activity log. Yeah, this is the most recent request. It is showing as success. In the second part of the demo, we will try to use the extract feature of Firecrawl. So this is the code that I have written here, where we can give the extract, where we can give the prompt and use the extract feature. So like before, we provide the URL. This time the format changes to extract, and then what is the extract prompt we give here. So extract all the book titles and prices for this page, and then we try to print the result in the JSON format. So let's give it a try now. So uv run main.py. So extracting the book data. Oh, we are getting the same problem again. Scrape response is not subscriptable. So we'll change the format from square syntax to the dot syntax. So we'll remove the square brackets and add a dot. Okay. So looks like this is fixed. We'll give it a try again. Yeah, this time it has printed the title and the price. So if you look here in the output, we have get the entire results from the first page. So a light in the attic, first result, and this we can see the price as 51.77 pounds. So that is 51.77. The next result is tipping the velvet. Tipping the velvet 53.74. Yes. Okay, and the part that you see that before is the representation in Unicode for pound. So let's take a look at the last result now. So the last one, it's only the Himalayas. So let's check here. It's only the Himalayas, 45.17, 45.17. Let's verify the initial Unicode character now. So let's go to Google search and say what is this character. It is pound. So is Firecrawl the future of web scraping? Try it out and decide for yourself. Hit the like button if you like the open source technologies, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do not forget to subscribe to the Coders Academy channel if you want to know more about the world of AI. Thank you so much for watching.